Happy Halloween, everyone! Today we are going to be making a Stranger Things cake. I absolutely love this show. The reason why I'm making this cake is because the second season is actually coming out October 27th. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch it. If anyone has not watched the show, to kind of tell you exactly why it's decorated this way is because the mom on the show she uses Christmas lights and the alphabet to communicate to her child that's missing. And 11, she absolutely loves waffles. And the blood, it's kind of a gory sci-fi blood in it, but it's a really, really good show. So that's the reason why this cake looks the way it does. And if you guys are interested in making this cake, keep on watching and here are the things that you will need. I'm going to be using a turntable. You do not have to have one. It's optional. I do have one, and I like to use it. You're going to need an 8-inch round cake board. And then I used a butter yellow cake. It's one of my favorites. You could pick whichever cake you want to use, but make sure it's an 8-inch round cake. And then I'm using a maple frosting, and the recipe for this is in the description below. You're going to need a spatula, an offset spatula. I have a small one. It's about 1/3 cup of the maple frosting. I dyed it black using a coupler and a number 3 Wilton tip. And then I have a cake scraper. This is to scrape the icing. I took about 4 tablespoons of maple syrup and dyed it red for the blood. And then I have a few chocolate covered sunflower seeds. They're all different colors. These are going to be for the lights. And then just some frozen waffles that I put in the toaster. Then we have Sully the Skully. He's optional. He's just my friend today. So I have my cake and it's already done. By the way, you want to make sure that your cake is completely cooled. This is very, very important. For this type of cake, you do not have to level it, and I'm not going to level it today. Put a little bit of icing on your cake board. This will act as a glue. That way your cake does not, if you try to move it, it doesn't just fall off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my first layer, and I just like to grab a little bit of my icing, spread that on the cake. Did I just get it on me? Dadgummit. No, okay, we're good. Woo! Make sure it's even. And then I'm gonna put my second tier on. I just flipped it over. What I did is I just flipped the cake over, and I'm going to put, I guess, the top of the cake on upside down, because now I have this crisp corner, and it's really, really good to try and get that nice, beautiful edge that we all want when we're cake decorating. So right now I'm putting the first layer of icing on, which is called a crumb coat. This keeps all of the crumbs locked in, and that way whenever you try to get the finished product of the cake, it doesn't look very crummy. It just locks all of the crumbs into the cake. Now you understand why I love my turntable. It works so beautifully. And you can also get one at Walmart, guys. It's like $10 maybe. I don't even think that much. It's not very much. And the one I'm talking about, it goes all the way to the floor. That was my first turntable. And if you can't get one at Walmart, I will be sure to put a link in the description below so you can get it online. This is some next level stuff, Oh, buddy. So I'm just gonna finish putting my crumb coat. Right now I'm just finishing up the crumb coat, and I'll see you here in a little bit. Ow. All right, so I just took out my cake out of the fridge, and it's nice and chilled, and when you go like this, there's no icing that's on your finger. You see that? Yeah. So there's no icing, so it's perfect. So Sully, what should we do next? We should put probably the second coat on it, right? So Sully, you know why the skeleton didn't go see the scary movie? Because he had no guts. I'll be here all week. So now that I'm gonna go ahead and make a kind of a thick layer on the sides, and then we'll scrape that off. Not all of it off, obviously, but some of it. So Sully, why did the skeleton not dance at the Halloween party? Because he had no body to dance with. You know, Sully, some people might say that you have a very bone dry sense of humor. You were born to be wild. Born to be. I'm gonna finish icing this and I'll be right back. Hey, yeah. Wait, let me start that over. Okay, so my icing is already, okay. Take 2 or 8, whatever it is. So I have completely iced my cake. I bet you guys are thinking it's looking a little rough, but I swear it will look a lot better. I'm gonna use my scraper and I'm gonna scrape the icing until it's smooth. So what I do is I just, not too hard, I mean, you want it to be a fair amount of pressure, but you want it to be level with your cake. You know, there's some holes and we'll fill that in. So you see some holes here? You can probably see that. No big deal. We're just gonna take the icing that we had just scraped off and we're gonna fill those holes in and then scrape it again. It might take a few times to get it completely smooth, but you'll get it. Practice and patience. Okay, looking a little bit better, guys. I still have some holes and I wanna fill those in again real quick. So now we're scraping that third and it's looks a lot better. You see one hole, I'm gonna fill that, and I think after that, it's good. Help me. Help. I love icing so much, I wear it. So now I've completely iced my cake, and I'm gonna just, I'm gonna make the top smooth. Take my scraper, you wanna take your scraper and pull it in. You don't wanna go out, you wanna pull it in. The top doesn't have to be perfect, because we're gonna put waffles on top, but you want it, I like it to be a little bit smooth. I'll take my scraper, run it along the top a little bit. So Sully, now that we've got our cake iced, smoothed out, everything, the whole works, we are going to put Stranger Things on this cake, and I'll show you how. So I'm gonna write Stranger Things, and this is a little neat trick, little tip. If you're ever trying to write with icing, it is very difficult. What I like to do is write things, like write my words with a toothpick. So I want to write what I want, which is Stranger Things. Again, if you don't, you can do the alphabet that's shown in the show. So I'm going to go ahead and etch my little letters. Okay, so now I have etched where I want my letters, where I want my lights strung. And now I'm going to take my black icing and trace where I just etched with my toothpick. Advice when you're writing with your icing, instead of getting that tail like that, bring it in. That way there's no tail. See? Let's bring that little tail in. Connect it with the letter, I guess. All right, so I have traced my cake with the black icing, and I'm gonna be using these chocolate covered sunflower seeds. They're all different colors. I can leave a link below of where you can get them. I got them at my local candy store. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and place our chocolate covered sunflower seeds on my cake for the Christmas lights. And what I'm doing is I'm putting each light above the letter, because on the show, that is how Joyce, the mom, communicates with her son. I don't want another purple one. Communicates with her son through the upside down. I love the chocolate covered sunflower seeds. They look so much like the Christmas lights. It's really cool. I love cake decorating. I think it just because you can see really how, like, your artistic side. That's what I like the most. Just trying to figure out what you can come up with. I'm telling you, I'm getting excited. I think this is so cute. And how I am placing these sunflower seeds is I'm just pinching the end of the Christmas light right there. And I'm just pinching it and just placing it. So now that I've got my chocolate covered sunflower seeds on my cake, which I absolutely adore, I'm gonna put waffles on top of the cake. And the reason why I'm putting waffles is because one of the main characters, her name is 11. That's all she will eat is waffles. That's why I'm using waffles. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put them on top. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of burned some of them, that one. So we're gonna hide that right there. So we're gonna put 3. Oh, poor Sully. I know you wanna be involved. Here, I'll have you facing the cake. There you go. And I'm putting the waffles in between, like where the space is. And I'll put that one just like so. And there you go. So, okay, so now that we put our waffles on, I'm going to make this a little gory. And my favorite part. And we're gonna put some blood on top because this show is, it's got some very bloody scenes in it. And what I did is I took 4 tablespoons of maple syrup and I dyed it red. And we're gonna drip this on top of the cake. Okay. And I wanna kind of spool it off where it drips down a little bit. All right, guys. I do this every single time. So we have just finished the cake, and I don't know about you, but I absolutely love this cake. If you guys want to know what the recipe for the maple frosting, it's in the description below. Please follow me on Instagram. It's Blair's Home Cookin'. If you do make this cake, tag me in it, please, at Blair's Home Cookin'. And make sure to subscribe, turn on that notifications bell, and leave a comment below. And make sure you also give this a big like. Happy Halloween. Be sure. God. Oh, God. Please share this video with your friends, family, whoever would absolutely love Stranger Things. Thank you all for watching. Bye. Golly, that was so hard.